Let us continue our attempt to study the sublime Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana Shastra by the grace of Lord Ramayan, Sage Vasishthaji, and for the grace of Lord Rama, Sage Vasishthaji, so that we get more and more clear understandings about the whole thing, outer and inner, and also about our goal and means. By the way, it is hearty to see you all wonderful people that got that inclination, interest to study this very sublime Shastra. Otherwise, to come and sit for these classes is not everybody's bite. Especially in today's world, people want entertainment, even in satsangas also. The entertainment of some dance, some humor, etc., including a sumptuous prasadam, bhojanam. When they are there, people, for whatever reason, we are not saying good or bad, such situation we are around, yes, still finding time, interest to listen to Yoga Vasishtha, Maharamayana type, or like great text is not an ordinary joke. Especially today, see every day, Chandogya, Gita, Mandukya, Yoga Vasishtha, all are sublime texts which we are touching upon every day. Welcome, 54th Sarga again. Plenty of great guidances coming to us. One of the new, fresh, very beautiful guidance, understanding, knowledge we got in this Sarga. Perhaps we may know it already, but more firmly, authentically, is about Niyati. Now, the topic under discussion is, as Leela asks, Mother Saraswati talks about a beautiful thing about the lifespan of Jiva, the Marana, how it happens, all that. Even after Marana, what sort of Sukha Dukkhas one gets or Lokas one goes. Here, Mother Saraswati says that Sarva Sandeha Shantirtham Mriti Shreyaskaram. If you have this knowledge, all Sandehas, doubts, become Shanta, then you will discover even Mruti to be Shreyas. Such a powerful knowledge I am going to give you. Shrunu, Suna with all your attentiveness. We started it, 3 topics we saw, few more are there. Just browsing through those 2, 3 topics, we'll continue next topics. In the next topic, the 3 types of mumurshus are given. Mumurshu is the one who is going to die, means human beings. Murkaha Dharanabhyasi Yogi or Yuktiman. The gati of each 3 are told. About Dharanabhyasi and Yuktiman, just said in 1 or 2 shlokas. Because there is nothing much to tell about, they are reaching the goal. But the one who is Murkha, what is his Murkhata? First, that will be told. In that way, he is living life, the result of which, at the time of the death and immediately after the death, will be elaborated in 7, 8 shlokas with 10, 15 examples or explanation, which becomes a very pertinent, important topic as we said yesterday. So let us study all this, starting with our Mangalacharana shlokas for some time. Give the time 4, 5 minutes. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्छास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि समस्त योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि शास्त्राणाम् आचार्येभ्यो सरस्वती मात्रे नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषत् योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ॐ यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभोः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयम् वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनगं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिगलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने नियति विचार जीवनावधि विचार मरण विचार मरणोपरांत सुख दुखादि अनुभव उत्तर लोक प्राप्ति विचार नाम चतुःपञ्चाशत्तम सर्गः 54th सर्ग. Okay, what we have covered yesterday is this one. When Saraswati Leela asked the question that about her husband and all, Having given the outer niyati while starting to tell about the individual's niyati, Mother Saraswati gives a clue important. Ki Marananantaram Karmaphala Anubhavana Kramam. After the death, the cumulative karma phala, what it is which is going to come to us, depending on what karma we do, that I am going to tell you, Shrunu. When you listen with attentiveness to grasp, and you really grasp, two things will happen. One, sarva sandeha shantyartha. The sandeha, doubts go away. Doubts regarding what will happen after death, doubts regarding what I have to do now. All doubts will go away about here and hereafter. Sarva Sandeha Shanti. Wonderful thought, no? Second is so beautiful. Mruti Shreyas Karam Shrunuki. After that, you will be excited to die. Finding the Shreyas in Mruti. Because I have done all my wonderful karmas, upasanas in this life. The result of it is going to come in future lives. I am excited to live this. Death doesn't become a fear. The ones who have not done upasana punya, those who don't have the desirability for higher worlds, those are so much lost in this world with all the funny things in this world, they are worried about death. They are miserable about death. Not the wise people. So Mruti Shreyaskaram Sarva Sandeha Shantyartam Shrunu. Okay. Then already what we covered precisely in 1 minute we say, then we go ahead. First, uh, the niyati number one is for the human beings, Kruta Treta Dwapara Kali, the Purna Ayurdhaya is 4, 3 to 100 years. Point one. Yata Shastra Jivana one lives, exactly 100 years he will live. Better than what is said in Shastra, they live. They will get more than 100 years lifespan. Exactly Shastra what injected, what instructed, if that is not lived, means what is to be done is not fully done. Reduced, जो करना है, then the ayurdhaya will get reduced. This is second niyati. First niyati 400, 300, 200, 100. Second niyati can be more than 400, less than 400, more than 300, less than 300, more than 200, less than 200, more and less, depending on, according to Shastra, we are doing and better than that, or even if you do the lesser than that. Samarupena, if you do, exactly 100 years. This is the second niyati. Third niyati is interesting. What is it? Not only not doing what a Shastra said, another crime is doing what is said not to be done. Called Nishiddha Karma. है ना? Called Nishiddha Karma it is. That Nishiddha Karma is done again depending on the type of that Nishiddha Karma of crimes or any of the dishonesties, cheatings we live. Depending on what we have done, we will in next life either will die as a child, balavastha or yuvavastha or madhyamavastha or vruddhavastha. This is the third niyati. The fourth niyati within that which is unsaid, which will be said in a different way, that can be taken as fifth point. The fourth is what? Ki, okay, it is said balyavastha mein, yuvavastha mein, madhyamavastha, vruddhavastha. He will die depending on the type of nishiddha karmas he has done. But in that nishiddha karma, whatever he has done, also there is another result, that in what way he will die. Okay, that is not mentioned here. You can, it is said he will die. Shruti Mata is interested only in that. But we are interested how it happens also. So for us, this is thought. Like a youngster. Mutual quarrel, he will die. Or he will die because of food poisoning. Or he will die because of road accident. Or he'll commit suicide because exam fail, love fail. Whatever, that also is mentioned. So to middle-aged man, how he will die. Or the child, food poisoning, he will die. Accident, say he will die. how it is. All is also niyati mein aa jata. So when we are understanding these things now, two things become clear. One is dying is certain. We have to only accept it. You cannot reject it. The fact it even if you don't accept, one day I will go. So why suffer? Just accept. Oh niyati hai. Second, our papa punya decides our longevity as well as way of living also. Then where we go, that also. Where we go will be told in the fifth niyati point, which we will be studying today exhaustively. तो यहाँ तक आया ना, स्वकर्म धर्मे ह्रसति ह्रसति आयुर्नृणामिहा वृद्धिम वृद्धिमुपायाति सममेव भवेत् समे. So as Swadharma done 100%, Samarupena 100 years. अच्छा किया लिटिल मोर, अच्छा नहीं कम किया लेस. ऊपर एक और बात बताया, देश काल क्रिया द्रव्य शुद्धि अशुद्धि स्वकर्मणा न्यूनत्वे च अधिकत्वे नृणाम कारणम आयुषः. Again, desha kala, vastu we consume and all, our karma, shuddhi, ashuddhi, that also. है ना, आई एम टू लिव 100 years, बट किसी का मर्डर कर दी तो 40 years में आई विल बी पुट ऑन द बार्स और आई विल बी हैंग देयर. तो ये अशुद्ध कर्म का हेतु है. उसका नीड नॉट बी कनेक्शन विथ इन द अर्लियर लाइफ. इन दिस लाइफ आई डिड आउट ऑफ रेज, anger was my nature, and that moment I could not control, I did that crime, but that has its result, I am taken away halfway. ये सारा समझ लो. इसलिए as we saw in our today's morning common sense thought, without being in pramada, carelessness, absolutely be careful about everything in life, especially our kaya vacha manasa, the karmas we do. Only shastroktam you do, vedoktam eva kurvanaha, we are safe. Having done this yesterday, two more slokas we saw. कि बालमृत्युप्रदैर्बालः युवा यौवनमृत्युदैः वृद्धमृत्युप्रदैर्वृद्धः कर्मभिर्मृतिम रुच्छति. Depending on his karmas, in whichever age he will die. That we saw yesterday. Then यो यथा शास्त्रमारब्धं स्वधर्ममनुतिष्ठति भाजनं भवति श्रीमान् स यथा शास्त्रमायुषः. So, as told by Shastra, one lives. As told by the Shastra, one will live 100 years. Niyati is told. Evam, in this way, karmanusarena, sattva karma, rajas karma, tamo karma, कायिक कर्म, वाचिक कर्म, मानसिक कर्म, बौद्धिक कर्म, इंद्रिय कर्म. एवं कर्मानुसारेण जंतुरंत्याम दशमितः दशामितः. So the Jantu leaves this world and goes to those places. Then Bhavati antam gatavataha drudhamarmacheda vedanaha drungmarmacheda vedanaha. So in this way, those who are dying, they will have definitely drungmarmacheda vedanaha, a terrible, inexplicable pain. So Drung Marmak Cheda Vedana means he will have the Pratyaksha Anubhuti of that Vedana. Having heard all these beautiful things, now Leela is asking that pertinent question from where we have to study today. Prabuddha Leelo Vacha. What's her question? Maranam me samasena kataya indu samanane kim sukham maranam kim va dukkham mrutvacha kim bhavet. Krishna. मरणम में समासेन कथया इंदु समानन. ओ चंद्रमा समान मुखड़े वाली मदर सरस्वती, प्लीज टेल मी अबाउट मृत्यु समासेन in short. And you and I should learn by now about mrityu, about roga, about punarjanma, about naraka, about swarga, about madhyamaloka, about urdhalokas, about everything we must know without fear. If you have fear and hesitation in listening only, then how do we check ourselves and rectify ourselves from doing those things by which we are definitely going to do go Naraka or going to go to the lower worlds. डर किस बात का? मरण के बाद नरक के बाद सुनते ही डरते हैं लोग. नहीं डरना. That is again another cheating technique by the mind. You must know what exactly happens. ना? नहीं तो अंधा कैसे जीते हो फिर नहीं तो. So this Leela is not afraid. She is asking. Samasena maranam me kataya indu vadana. So to kim sukham maranam is marana sukha. Kim va dukkham. Is it dukkha? Mrutvacha kim bhavet. Then what happens after death? What happens after death is everybody's question, everybody's inquiry. And our Shastras have given all the answers exhaustively. So here also you will see. Mother will tell about three types of human beings. All will die. As she asked here, is Maranam Sukha or Dukkha? The answer out of those three, for two it is Sukha. That it is by their own choice they leave Sharira and go. Now for third one it is very, very Dukkha. And also not only the Marana is Dukkha to him, after the Marana also because of the Dushkarmas done by him, that third person, posthumously also you will have terrible Dukkhas, Bhaya, variety of inexplicable experiences, uncertainties, fears, imaginations, hallucinations. Oh, sir, and nothing to worry new about as we are going through now. Are we going through a pakka, well planned life or what every day? कि एग्जैक्टली ये करना है जानकर वही करने का कमांड आया क्या हमको? इवन नाउ ऑल्सो वी आर लिविंग ए हेलुसिनेटरी डेल्यूजरी लाइफ. कब किचन में जाके खाते हैं नहीं पता, कब सोने जाते हैं नहीं पता, बस थॉट आ गया करते जा रहे हैं. देयर इज नो सिस्टमैटिक लाइफ ऑफ आवर्स. सेम थिंग विल हैपन आफ्टर डेथ. ओनली थिंग इज दिस बॉडी वी आर लिविंग, वी लिव, दैट्स इट. बाकी सब वही वहम में रहते. ये मस्त मस्त आंसर. व्हाट इज मरण? इज इट सुख? इज इट दुख? व्हाट विल हैपन आफ्टर मरण? मृत्युआच किम भवे? A good, important, useful topic suggested yesterday, that listen to it attentively. Let us see how much we grasp. Shri Devi Vacha, the Shri Devi Mother Saraswati is speaking to Leela and to all of us. What is it? Listen. Trividhaha Purushaha Santi Dehasyante Mumurshavaha Murkhota Dharanabhyasi Yuktiman Purushasthatha. Very clear, na? Trividaha Purusha Santi. The human beings are three types. Purusha means Purusha, hence three. The Jivas, whether it is masculine body or feminine body. Jiva word is masculine. So therefore, masculine way it is used. It's applicable to the Jiva, whether he is in masculine body or he is in feminine body. Don't worry, only why about Purusha it is said, not about Stri. जीव पुरुष है. पुरुष मतलब पुंलिंग शब्द है वो. Jiva is not body, no. How can you say is male or female? Then what? The word used for him is the Sanskrit mein masculine word. Like Brahman. Is masculine or feminine or neuter? Pure Brahman. Arre, he is not Sharira to talk about this. But as per language, the Brahman is called in three ways. है ना? In masculine way, he is called as Atma. है ना? In feminine is called Chiti. In neuter is called Brahman. Brahman is a neuter word actually. As per the grammar, don't say Brahman is neuter, is beyond body. Grammatically. So here also when it is a Purusha, both Purusha, Stri, the Jiva in him. So Jivaha, Trividaha Purushaha Santi. Three are the Purushas. Dehasya ante mumurshavaha. And who will have the time of departing from the body? Definitely they will depart. The whole 800 crores of human beings are categorized into these three. Trividaha Purushas. Who are they? First, Murkha. है ना? फर्स्ट मूर्ख. वी फील बैड बाद में बताते हैं, इसे पहले ही बता दिया सरस्वती जी ने. मूर्ख फर्स्ट. सेकंड, अथ धारणाभ्यासी. सेकंड वन इज धारणाभ्यासी. थर्ड वन इज युक्तिमान पुरुष. The one who has got the yuktiman. The yukti who has got. The whole techniques he has got. One by one we'll see. Murkha is the one zero spiritual knowledge. It will be told again here and that time more clearly. We'll know it. Just taking this world as real, utterly living a life of samsara. Zero knowledge about hereafter or beyond. Whole life is dehadi upadhi indriyadi in the world bhoga adi. उसके लिए कुछ भी करो, खाओ पियो मौज करो. फॉर दैट यावत जीवित सुखम जीवेत ऋणं कृत्वा घृतं पिबेत. बेग बार और स्टील टाइप. एब्सोल्युटली मूर्ख. 99% ऐसे होते. सेकंड वन इज धारणा अभ्यास. इन शॉर्ट, हु इज धारणा डूअर? द योगी. है ना? धारणा वर्ड मोर कम्स इन योगा. धारणा ध्यान समाधि. देशबंध चित्तस्य धारणा. तो इन योग दर्शन वी हैव स्टडीड thoroughly that after Yavanivasana Pranayama, Pratyahara, Yavanivasana Pranayama are Bahiranga sadhanas. Pratyahara is the one which connects us with the Bahiranga and Antaranga. In the Antaranga, first one is Dharana, controlling mind with respect to place. Dhyana is controlling the mind with respect to object. Samadhi is controlling the mind with respect to the time. So, with respect to the object, place, control is called Dharana. So, Deshabandha Chittasya Dharana. So, there we were told that the sadhaka will practice the Dharana Abhyas. Okay. In Yoga Darshanam, the Dharana is told about the chakras, whatever we have. The Mooladhara, the Swadhisthana, then Manipuraka. Then we have the Anahata, then Vishuddha, Agnya, then Sahasrara. Sapta chakras. So, usme dharana. The one who is doing abhyasa of his prana and mana, there is called dharana abhyas. Same one, he does the dharana of ekagrata on anything, a trataka, on a lamp you do. Same trataka when you do on Bhagavan Krishna's rupa, it's a dharana abhyas. कृष्ण को ही उस विग्रह में और कुछ नहीं देखना. Like Arjuna got that dharana abhyas. That's why other than the eyeball of the eye of the bird, he was not doing anything, not seeing anything. He was not seeing. When Drona asked, Duryodhana, he had never. उसको पता ही नहीं. He is very busy in everything in the world. उसको सिनेमा चाहिए, उसको क्रिकेट चाहिए, उसको पॉलिटिक्स चाहिए, उसको अपना राज्य चाहिए, भोग चाहिए, everything. He never practiced that single pointedness. Therefore, when Dronaji asked him, "Hey Duryodhan, तेनु क्या दिख रहा है?" He said, "Except the bird, or including bird, everything I am seeing." No dharana. So in this way, dharana, like Dronacharya again himself has great dharana, that he could shoot the arrow to the ball which is fallen in the water. That is the dharana abhyasa shakti. Arrow से फिर उस arrow को दूसरे उसको तीसरे से up to the top of the kuwa. Then the last arrow pulled it. Then the whatever the ball fell there and the children were playing, that came out. Dharana abhyasa. Third one is Yuktiman. Is next evolution of Dharana Abhyasi. That not only he learned the Dharana, but he also learned to detach himself from the Dehadi Upadhi, and then by his choice, the one who can leave the Sharira from, choicefully from the Sahasrara, then can go to the Loka, whichever he wants, by his choice. अपनी इच्छा से शरीर छोड़कर अपनी इच्छा से लोक, the one who can go to, he is called Yuktiman here. Dharanabhyas is who is having the full concentration. And Murkha, अभी क्या बताऊं उसके बारे में, अपने बारे में, other than those two. So in this way, Trividaha Purushaha Santi, three types of beings are there. Deyasyante Mumurshavaha, at the time of the death, they all will go, at the time of death will come to them. Every one of them will die. Among them, Murkha is one, Dharanabhyasi two, Yuktiman Purusha Tri Tatha. Okay. Now explanation about the second and third ones. What will happen to them after the death and how do they die? दोनों होलसेल में बता रहे हैं. इसका डिटेल ज्यादा नहीं होगा. मूर्ख के ज्यादा डिटेल होते हैं. बिकॉज मूर्खas are more, samples are more, data is more. और धारणा अभ्यासी और युक्तिमान तो बहुत कम होते हैं और कॉमन ही होते हैं. तो थोड़ा बता दो. सो अभ्यास्य धारणा निष्ठ. He has done the dharana nishta abhyasa. Every day from now you do. भ्रुकुटी में या सहस्रार में या विशुद्ध चक्र में अनाहत में. Even all the chakras, as per one of the tradition, each of the chakra has got the different devatas. मूलाधार में गणपति है, स्वादिष्ठान में ब्रह्म है, मणिपुर में विष्णु है, अनाहत चक्र में शिव भगवान है, विशुद्धि चक्र में जीवेश्वर नहीं यस, आज्ञा चक्र में शिव शक्ति होते हैं. सॉरी, विशुद्धि हो गया. आज्ञा चक्र में शिव शक्ति और सहस्रार में साक्षात परब्रह्म. They have different versions. Not only these 7 chakras, there are 7 into 7, 49 sub chakras. There are some people say 200 chakras. Others say everything is chakra only. The whole Brahmanda is in chakras. This and that is in connection. That is what some people find the way through for their emancipation realization. We study the Vedanta Marga Vichara. So he says here, Abhyasya Dharana Nishtaha. He has done the Dharana Nishta Abhyasa. Then Deham Tyaktva Yatha Sukham, happily, joyfully, not with so much of dukkha. जैसा प्रश्न पूछा ना कि मरणम सुखम और दुखम, फॉर दिस धारणा अभ्यासी इट इज यथा सुखम देहन त्यक्त्वा. Some of them to tell this is the time I am going to leave. They prepare and exactly that time they live. Deham tyaktva yatha sukham prayati dharana abhyasi. He leaves again to his own choice of lokas. Or he has done all the dharana, upasana and shuddha jivana is lived. Therefore, whether he wills some loka, that he will be taken, or the best of the loka, he will be sent. This is about dharana abhyasi. Way of living, or while living, he does dharana. At the time of living, happily he lives. When he leaves, he goes to the urdhva loka. What about the yuktiman? Yukti yukta tatha evacha. Even yukti yukta also, it is higher stage only than the dharana abhyasi. है ना? ये युक्तिमान तो little higher than dharana abhyasi. Even while living in this sharira, living, that many a times he experimented and succeeded in detaching from the sharira and going to different lokas and coming. Example is Leela herself here. She is a yukti yukta sthiti. That her yoga sadhana is even detaching from sthula sharira as an ativahika deha, can go to different worlds and come. Again come back to that sharira, for some of the wands are prarabdhas or runa. But this one, here the yukti yukta, he goes again by his choice, gets his lokas, never to come back to this body. So how he dies? By choice, happily. How he lives throughout the life? With the yukti of Atma and Atma Viveka ityadi. He discovers himself to be Jiva other than the self. Therefore, he can go by choice from this sharira. And he goes to the loka as he deserves or as he commands. Commanding in the sense, he studied Shastra and it is told कि ये करो तो तुम वो लोक में जाओगे. So he has done all of that and earned the passport visa. These are the two things, Dharana Abhyasi, Yukti Yukta. So this all we are knowing now. Now let us start doing them little by little by little. आज नहीं तो 5 साल के बाद तो होगा ना अभ्यास. शुरू तो करें. This is about these two. What about the Murkaha? Murkaha. Swamruti Kale Asau. At the time of his own Mrityu, Dukkham Eva Eti Avasha Ashayaha. Dukkham Eva Eti Avasha Ashayaha. At the time of the death, he will only. So, actually, about this, Dharana Bhyasi, he does in Nabi, Hridaya, Kanta, all I told you. Yuktiman is what? Who has got the ability to, as we study in Yoga Darshanam, leave this body, enter into other body. A dead body is there, lion ka, उसमें जाएगा वो. That's called Yuktiman. Then Parakaya Pravesha. Then also, as the look which he wants, in whatever the path he wants, he can go. And he can live through the Nadi Marga. That is Brahma Nadi से वो निकल जाते हैं. So, these two of them. Okay. Uh, Both of them that way by choice live to higher world. What about the Murkha, the one who has not done Dharana Abhyasa, nor is a Yuktiman? He has no Yukti. Such Murkha Purusha only becomes miserable at the time of Mrityu. Dukkhameva, Dukkhameti Avashashayaha. Terrible pain he will have at the time of Mrityu. Bhaya, Dukkha. And after Mrityu also, for some time till he realizes that now he has no identification with that body, he cannot go again back, nor relation with others. Till he understands that, accepts that, that bhaya dukkha will be there. For at least 10, 12 days, as they say. After that, again, according to his karma, he will be taken. While taking again, that karma decides which path he will go. The flower bed path, red carpet, or the thorn bed path. All of that. Badhva jale यमभटाः बहुभर्त्सयन्तः कर्षन्ति यत्र पथिपाशशतैर्माम् एकाकिनं परवशं चकितं दयालो लक्ष्मी नृसिंह मम देहि करावलंबम. All that. Now from here, next 10 shlokas, this Murkha Purusha, what type of fears he will have, experiences he will have just before death and at the time of death and immediately after the death. They are all explained. So Murkah Swamruti Kale Sau Dukhameti Avashashaya. Now to cut short the thing, in the first line only, who is Murkha? What is his Murkhata? Said in one line. Keep that in background. Such Murkha will have this type of death is explained. Who is Murkha? Vasana Vesha Vaivashyam. He has developed, increased so many vasanas in himself. He is vivasha because of vasanas which are prompting him only for the outer bhoga, etc. He is called Murkha Purusha. He has not done the dharana of any of the devatas or mantras, nor is a yuktiman, nor a bhakta, nor a Vedanti, not a spiritual person, but he is under 100% influence of his vasanas, experiencing as kamana. So vasana yukta, kamana yukta, kamya karma yukta, bahya sukha bhogi. That person is called murkha here. So vasana vesha vaivashyam. Therefore, bhavayan vishayashayaha. Always he is doing the bhavana of the vishayas only as per his vasanas. Full of vasanas influenced by them, 24 घंटे उनका विषय चिंतन, विषय प्राप्त हेतु कर्म and prapta vishaya anubhuti, creating again stronger, deeper impressions, vasana, samskara, again which come as powerful desires. So desire, action, result, enjoying that result, that's becoming vasana. That vasana prompting again to have the desire. In that chakkar only he is there. And many a time while doing karma, he does papa karma, dharma karma to fulfill his desires. उसका भी अलग लेडजर बनता रहता है, हिसाब किताब. So vasana vesha vaivashyam, then bhavayan vishayashaya. Ashaya means desires. Vishaya का ही desire. Because of this vasana vesha vaivasya. He is vivasha because he is aveshita by vasanas. Vasana avesha vivashata. That he cannot be without TV, that he cannot be without a cell. That he cannot be without those TV cricket matches, that he cannot be without, meeting his friends or eating. These are those bhoga vastus. उनके इतने भरपूर वासनाएं हैं. And so many other things you had. Anything it can be. तोता को पालो, कुत्ते को पालो, बिल्ली को पालो. They're all vasanas. Everything we do it. Vasana vesha vaivasya. A drinking vasana, smoking vasana. All of them. Vasana vesha vaivashyam bhavayan vishayashayaha is murkha. For him, there is nothing called other than, as it said in Kata and Upanishad, etc. Ayam lokaha nasti paraha iti mani. For him, only this world of bhoga is important and his drushti is only on that. He neither thinks about the life continues after the death and that depends on what we do here, nor he has any idea about the upadhi atita brahmasthiti. Ayam loka nasti para iti mani. Punaha punaha vashamapadyate me, they'll come under my clutches again and again. My clutches is the Guru is Yamaraj here, there in Kathopanishad. Therefore, I have to kill them and send them to next. So, vasana avesha vaivashyam bhavayan vishayashaya. Such murkha. At the time of the death, imagine hundreds and thousands of vasanas, desires, imaginations, projections. So many he made. Then whatever fulfilled, he wants them again and again, lobha, more and more. Whatever he has not fulfilled, he'll have that feeling, regret, guilt. And they cry also in all old cinemas, it is shown, no? The old man or woman while dying, मैं तुम्हारी शादी के बिना मरूंगी क्या, शादी देखे बिना. Because of that, before that oldie dies, this fellow gets married for the sake of her. After marriage, she gets up and dances. मैं ऐसे नाटक कर रही थी. I was not going to die. Then he says, I will die now. मर गया, शादी तो हो गया. So, they have so many desires. है ना? कितने बनाते हैं लोग पूरे दुनिया घूमने वाले डिजायर्स, एंजॉय करने वाले डिजायर्स, सो मेनी. दैट टाइप ऑफ डिजायर द नेगर, मैं तो उसका नाश को देखकर ही मरूंगी. दैट द टाइप आल्सो द अदर पीपल आर देयर. आई विल सी द एंड ऑफ दैट पर्सन बिफोर आई डाई. इट कैन बी इवन बहुत दुखी करने वाला हस्बैंड भी होगा, किसी को भी कहेंगे वो लोग. आई विल सी द एंड. एनीथिंग इन दिस वर्ल्ड, क्या क्या इमेजिनेशन होता है. Not one or two, hundreds of them. Now, without fulfilling all of them, he is going. Imagine the fears. And he has not studied Shastra. Therefore, where will he go? The Swarga, Naraka, oh, data nahi hai. That also is the fear. What will happen? That also is fear. Along with that, whatever he has done, karma, उसका फल तो मिलेगा ना. एन रूट ऐसा डंडा मारेंगे, क्यों मार रहे हो मेरे को, उधर जाके बताएंगे, पहले मार खा इधर. Like in police station. First they beat, then they ask, you tell why we have beaten you. है कि नहीं? हमारे पिताजी बचपन में दो चार थप्पड़ लगा के then he will ask us, tell why I have beaten. I have to contemplate and tell. That आज गीता पाठ नहीं किया हो या पढ़ाई नहीं किया हो. You understand? That's how it will be done. For this mukha, now in the next 10 shlokas, all his plight is explained. हम सबका ही है वो, थोड़ा वो जानकर डरते हुए coming out of that murkhata, we should do the dharana abhyasa, yukti abhyasa. Dharana yukti, here Saraswati Mata using those words because she is expert in that and she taught that to Leela. Leela has known it, that is familiar to them. In our language, it is bhakti sadhana, karma yoga sadhana, tattva jnana sadhana. Kuch bhi other than this upadhi yukta jiva sambandhi vicharana, spiritual sadhana, anything done is sadhana only. That will help us. So this fellow has not done any one of them. So murkaha swamurti kale aso dukkhameti avashashayaha vasanavesha vaivashyam bhavayan vishyasayaha dinatam paramam eti. Absolutely he becomes paramadina. at the time of the death. Example given, Parilunam iva ambujam, like the lotus, पूरा जब मुरझ जाता है, कैसे लुढ़क जाता है वो, in that way, at the time of death, he becomes so deen. And the two beautiful words said in Taitra Upanishad about the deenata at the time of death. If these two things happen, then we have destroyed our whole life. We have misused it or we are failed in life. One was Kimahagam Sadhuna Karavam. When thousands of opportunities came, why didn't I do sadhu, good things? Second, Kimahagam Papam Akaravam iti. Why I have done so much of papam, even though I knew it should not be done. These two guilts and regrets come at the time of death, the whole life was wasted, destroyed. It's a failure. So, deenatam, parilunamiva ambujam. Murjhava lotus ki tarah, atyanta deena, this murkha will become. See that point. If he has done lot of satsangas, lot of guru sushrusha, seva, लाखों जप किया हो, तो he will look back and see so many things. He will feel happy. हमें मेरा टाइम तो सच अच्छी तरह उपयोग हो गया. The other one only भोग किया, लोगों को तंग किया, धोखा दी. When they are not very appreciable to oneself at the time of mrityu, that intellect little gets awakened, becomes little pure. It won't, like in the prime time, justify the dushtata. We do the justification when we are in the prime age. In the time of death, safed safed kala kala dikhta hai. So there is no covering justification. He will know I have done cheating. He will know I have done bhoga. He also has that feeling that they are not the ultimate things to be done, because after all, he is a human being, utna akal to hota hai. So that brings him that deenata. Okay, deenatam paramam eti, supreme deenata. Palilonamiva ambujam. From here it starts. So, Atyanta Dina, he will be like the Murjhava lotus at the time of death. Who? That Murkha. Who is the Murkha? Vasana Avesha Vaivashyam Vishayashayaha. Who lived whole life only for Vishayas. Because of desire, because of Vasanas. Next, about him, some more things told. One more sloka explained, half of the line about this Murkha, then his Gati will be told. अशास्त्र संस्कृतमति असज्जन परायण मृतवा मृतौ अनुभवत्यन्तः दाहमग्नाविवच्युतः. One two more lakshanas of this murkha are told. Ashastra samskrita matihi. His mati is not samskrita according to the shastra. His mati is totally Sanskrita according to Ashastra, opposite. Ashastravitam ghoram tapyante tapojanaha. Morning also शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य. तो शास्त्रीय पद्धति से इनको संस्कार नहीं मिले. Means you are never went sent to the gurukula, है ना? When you send your children, grandchildren to a gurukula for 3-4 years, then in that gurukula, the Mahatmas, the gurus teach them jivana paddhati, everything. In today's world of absolute materialism, so much of the thing also, there are hundreds of beautiful institutions silently running, voluntarily, who are teaching this Jivana Paddhati, Sampradaya Paddhati, Shastriya Paddhati, Gurukulas. Even now they are there. Yeah, very good, isn't it? I, I pray that all these retired oldies come together, share their 10% of pension, and start a chain of such schools, wherein summer 2 months, the children of all ages are taught the शास्त्रोक्त जीवन विधान. समर के 2 महीने, बाकी टाइम बच्चे बिजी रहते ना. That also gradation. After class 1, before going to class 2, those 2 months, those things start. 3 hours per day. That's it. Again, wonderful. With a proper planning of giving good atmosphere, food, required some entertainment, the way of teaching, अच्छी तरह modern बनाकर if शास्त्रीय पद्धति जीवन क्या है सिखाएं तो मतलब which is acceptable to children, understandable to, it will be a great contribution. So this fellow is Ashastra Samskrita Matihi. He never studied Shastra, he never know the Rishi way of living and how the Rishis told us to live. Nor Shastra means Purana Itihas, he has not studied. Therefore, he doesn't know the Dhruva Charitra, Prahlad Charitra, Rama Charitra, Krishna Charitra, how they lived such a normal life. है ना, पांडवों के चारों भाई कैसे थे बड़े भाई के साथ, या तीनों भाई भरत लक्ष्मण शत्रुघ्न, हाउ देवर विथ राम, दे डोंट नो. कोई शास्त्र ज्ञान नहीं है, एब्सोल्युटली रॉ. मीन्स टुडेस ऑल अवर यंगस्टर्स 20 साल तक कोई शास्त्र में एक्सपोजर ही नहीं है. थैंक गॉड सम मूवीज आर कमिंग, इवन दो विथ ट्विस्टिंग्स एंड ऑल दिस दैट, थोड़ा आइडिया आ रहा है. But yet, still there are some noble parents, noble jivas, where children are still born who are having that Shastra Jnana information, as I told you 2 days back. To see such thousands of youngsters in our Bharata Mata, both men and women, who are experts in Sanskrita, in some of the Shastra Jnanam, in Nritya Gita, उनको देखकर दिल खुश होता है. थैंक गॉड बचा है मेरा सनातन धर्म. Oh, और कोई नहीं है. In their earlier life, they were attending all these classes. At their prime age or at time of death, they made all the vasanas. Now, when they are born with those things. They continue the Shanana journey. So, one is told Ashastra Samskrita Mati. Second is very powerful. Asat Jana Parayana. The one for whom Para Ayanam, the supreme goal is Asat Jana. The people who are not related to Sadhvastu Paramatma, only the असत जगत को ही सत मानकर जो वर्ल्डली पीपल है दुस्संग कहते हैं. So by themselves they are not trained according to the Shastra Vidhi, and they also have the bad company. Such murkhas. Asajjana paraya. Same thing. You don't teach anything to your children till he is 10th class, Ashastra Paddhati. Then you send him to a hostel where Asajjana parayana. एंड नो बडी कैन टेल कि इसने उसको सत्यानाश किया और उसने इसको, दोनों खत्म हो गए. इन द सेंस अदर देन द स्टडी इन सो मेनी नॉनसेंसेस दे इन्वॉल्व, मोस्ट ऑफ देम. सम एक्सेप्शंस आर ऑलवेज देयर. एंड इफ द मैनेजमेंट एंड टीचिंग स्टाफ आर ऑल गुड, if they themselves are noble, then the protection happens. I'm just telling hostel example. Anywhere असज्जन परायण, आँख खोल के दुनिया को देखो तो सब असत्य ही. Such murkha. First one told already above shloka mein, deenata, like the parimlana ambuja. Now continuation of the gati of this person at the time of mrityu and also after the mrityu. Start. What is? Mrutau anubhavati antaha daham agnavivachyutaha. है ना? Antaha mrutau, at the time of death and immediately after death, anubhavanti, he will experience what? Antardaham, the inner burning, terrible, inexplicable जलन उनको अनुभव में आता है. अग्नौ इवच्युतः, as if he is put in a fire only, furnace only. This is not sthula sharira daha. It is called manodaha, agni prajwalit. Bhaya agni you can call it as, kama agni you call it as, that the desires are not fulfilled. So he will feel the sensation of burning in a furnace only. And some people really die in the burning accident only, physically also. You can see every day kuch to kuch hota hai. See yesterday in that Lucknow hostel, those 15 children just like that died. Both dukh. Superficially. Under say we know that Jiva has some better things to do. So first was like the Murjava lotus, Dinata. Second is burning like fallen in a furnace. Already we started telling what will be his avastha at the time of and immediately after death. That Murkha who has got Asajjana Parayanatha and who is Ashastra Samskrita. Shastra Asamskrita. Murtavan Murtau Anuvavati Antar Daham Agnav Iva Chutaha. Third one. Yada Ghargara Kantatvam Vairupyam Drushtivarnajam Gacchatyesho Vivekatma Tada Bhavati Deenadhihi Then as he is becoming older, Gharghara Kantatvam. Not the Bhakti wala Gadagada Gira Nayana Bahanira. It is Garagara. Don't misunderstand the Garagara as Gadagada. Gadagada is Bhakti. This Garagara is the throat choking for different reason of fear of death. So Gargara Kantatvam. What that will have. And then Vairupyam. All the body loses its sundarata as well as the color. Paleness starts happening. Then Drushti Varanajam. The Drushti also is goes away. Then that is how he becomes Gacchati Yesha Avivekatma Tada Bhavati Deenadhihi. In that way, with Atyanta Deenatha, he will be there at that stage with that Drushti Dosha, Drushti is gone away, Virupata and Kantha Ghargarata. On the other hand, imagine if he has done the Veda Mantrocharana throughout his prime time, those mantras he will remember, whether he will be able to chant or not, that will be in the mind. Here, Drushti Varanajam, he may not have the Drushti outside to see, but he has already done Dharanabhyasa. Therefore, like that yogi, he will only remember Krishna or Rama at the time of leaving the Sharira. अगर करा है तो जो किया उसके बारे में ऑलरेडी बताया धारणाभ्यासी as well as युक्ति युक्त पुरुषः. He has not done these two, therefore he will have these things. The Gharghara Kantatvam, because so many people he has shouted at and he has eaten everything which मूविंग नॉन मूविंग लिविंग नॉन लिविंग ऑन द अर्थ, तो सारा मिलकर कंठ गदगद हो जाता है. देन वैरूप्यम, द विरूपता ऑफ द शरीर. दृष्टि वर्णजम, द वर्ण गोज अवे एंड दृष्टि आल्सो गोज अवे. देन दृष्टि वर्णजम वैरूप्यम, दृष्टि वैरूप्यम वर्णज वैरूप्यम, पेलनेस ऑफ द बॉडी एंड साइट आल्सो चला जाता है. गच्छति एषा अविवेकात्मा तदा, दिस इज हाउ भवति दीनधीः. That means what? अभी पता कर लो हम सब लोग. As we grow old, one by one these capacities go away. That means before that happens, when they are intact, make maximum use of them for the sadhana, so that the practice is there with us deep in our heart. No regrets are there, and we can feel comfortable. Ki we have done what is to be done. The best wherever we are taken, it will be better than this only. ऐसा सोचे, ऐसा करना. Why we neglect these things? We don't know. That much we are slaves to the world. That's why best thing is don't go into the world. Don't allow the world to come to you. Go to the God, allow the God to come. There's no better safety than this. What we do out of our overconfidence, take the world for for granted. And once we enter into it, it will suck us, it will catch us so much so that thereafter we cannot come out of it. We have seen this thought in the afternoon class also. Mandukya Upanishad. Then Paramandhyamanalokah Divapyudita Tarakah Sabhrading Mandala Bhogaha Ghanamechakitambaraha. So, Parama Andhyam, absolute thick darkness only will be around him. Then Analokaha, Alokaha, no prakasha, सारा धुंधला सा अंधेरे सा दिखने लगता है, because अब already बताया the दृष्टि दोषा happens. Then दिवा अपि उदित तारकाः, even to daytime also दिन में तारे दिखने लगते हैं उनको. Naturally, when it is dark, you will see stars only. So that type of chamak dhamak things happen. So धुंधला सा है, स्पष्टता नहीं है, अंधकार है, नहीं दिख रहा है, तारों की तरह चमक धमक हो रहा है. नेचुरली व्हाट विल द माइंड से? विल इट नॉट बी कंफ्यूज्ड, फ्राइटेंड? ये क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है? दैट इज हाउ द भय हैपेंस. द वन हु अंडरस्टूड वेदांता, ही इज रेवलिंग इन दैट थॉट. He is very clear about all. These things won't happen to him because his attention is not on this. Okay. Then what? Paramandhyam analoka divyapi uditarakaha sabra dingmandala bhogaha. All the directions are full of clouds. Ghana mechakita ambaraha. whole Akasha is appearing to be dark. Bahar ka Akash appearing dark, inside eyes are not able to see. All the side looking like clouds. Daytime also you start seeing the tarakas. So होश होश आवाज धीरे धीरे खो रहे. So there are all the symptoms that जाने का time आ रहा है. In other shastras and here also earlier, later also it will come. The Mrityu Suchaka, Bhagavat में exhaustively studied. मृत्यु सूचका एंड वी नीड नॉट बी अफ्रेड. क्या हो, अब तो समझ लिए ना, ये तो शरीर है ही नहीं है, शरीर तो हर पल जा रहा है. वी आर द जीवा इनसाइड, विल गेट अनदर शरीर. पक्का हो गई कि नहीं थॉट? तो ना हम देहोस्मि हम जीवोस्मि, कम से कम. देन ना हम जीवोस्मि हम ब्रह्मास्मि. सर्वम खलु इदं ब्रह्म. Other than Brahma, everything is a play going on. Nothing is real, nothing to be worried about. That knowledge you have to strongly get. Next, what happens to him? Ki, परिवृत्त ककुप चक्र, सॉरी, मर्म व्यथा विच्छुरितः प्रभ्रमद् दृष्टिमण्डलः आकाशीभूत वसुधः वसुधाभूत कान्तरः मर्म व्यथा विच्छुरितः means all the marma anga start giving him inexplicable unbearable pain. Then prabhramad drishti mandalaha, then his आंख starts घूमना, जो चक्कर काटते हैं कहते हैं ना, तो इस दृष्टि always in worlds going on. Then next one, prabhramat drishti mandala akashi bhuta vasudha. The bhumi looks like in the akasha. Then vasudha bhuta khantaraha. Then akasha टपक कर नीचे जमीन पे आ गया, तो जमीन में हूं मैं, आकाश में हूं, उनको पता नहीं चलता है. That sort of thing starts happening. That you understood, no? The signs that no packing up हो रहा है. Then parivrutta kakup chakraha. Kakup means दिशाएं. All the dishas are also घूम रहे हैं. उह्यमान इव अर्णवे. And he feels that he is being taken in the oceanic waters into those waves tossing up and down. No, नियमान इव आकाशे. कभी उनको लगता है उनको आकाश में उड़ाया जा रहा है, हवा में. घन निद्रोन्मुखाशय. Sometimes he is sleeps so feels so deeply sleepy and slumberous कि एक एक दिन दो दो दिन उसको उठने को मन नहीं होता. So excessive nidra, feeling like he is floating in the air, feeling like he is being moving with the waves in the ocean, and the eyes are okay na, घूम रहे हैं, चक्कर in the eyes. So to the disha also are घूम रहे ऐसा दिखता है. Everything dark to him. दिन में भी तारे दिखने लगते हैं. मर्म पीड़ना happens to him. These are all the signs, along with kantha gargarata and drushti dosha, or drushti is lost. So in this way, परिवृत्त ककुप चक्र उह्यमान इवार्णवे नियमान इवाकाशे घन निद्रा उन्मुख आशय. Then the next one is very painful. What is it? Andhakupa iva apannaha. That he has fallen into the dark dungeon, Kupa valley or such pit he has fallen. कभी कभी आया होगा ऐसा स्वप्न, चिल्लाते जा रहे हैं, कोई आ नहीं रहा, to take us away, and we are miserable. Some snake also is there, hissing and trying to bite. That bhaya, suddenly from that we wake up. Then we fall from the palang onto the ground. सपना, ये सपना नहीं, सपने की तरह ही है. He feels all this. कि अंधकूप इव आपन्नः. Next one is terrible. शिलांतर इव जो योजितः. That दो पहाड़ के पत्थरों के बीच में फंस गया और निकालने he trying to pull himself out, he is not able to come out, people are pulling him. That type of pain. Then next one is swayam jadi bhavat varnaha. So he becomes absolutely in the form of jadi bhuta he is there. Then vinikruta iva ashaye, he is cut at every part of the body. Then sometimes patativa nabho margat, ऊपर आकाश से नीचे फेंका गया. He is thrown from the helicopter jump. I am falling, falling, falling down. Then Trunavarti Varpika. Sometimes the terrible Bhavandar is taken him into the Akasha. घुमा रहा है, घुमा रहा है, घुमा रहा है. पेट में चक्कर हो रहा है, आंखों में चक्कर हो रहा है. हवा नहीं आ रहा. You are not able to breathe inside. रे रोको रोको छोड़ो छोड़ो. These all the things happen because of the dushkarmas done and sadhana not done. In the sadhana done, Nischala Rupena, Chitta Tika हुआ at the feet of the Lord, face of the Lord, or in the Aham Brahmasmi Vritti. These things won't happen. Then, next one, Rathe Druta Ivarudaha. He is seated in a Ratha chariot which is going with 200 miles per hour speed. You know, that roller coasters you have seen nowadays, they are terrible, they are. Even the bullet trains, I don't know how they. Imagine those days Ratha was the vehicle. So very speed going, rocket speed, you are seated there. कितना डर लगता है उसका देखो that feeling. Then हिमवत गलनोन्मुखः. In another dream, you will have that he is like an ice slowly getting melted. The melting like ice, traveling in a jet wind speed in the Ratha. Then Trunavarta like moving in the Bhavandar, Patativa Nabho Marga, thrown in the Akasha, Vinikruta Ivashaye, all the parts are cut, Jadi Bhavat Varnaha, absolutely dumb found, Shilantariva Yojitaha, he is stuck up between the stones, or Andakupiva Apannaha, fallen in the dark well. Then what are the other things? Ghana Nidra Unmukashayaha, deep slumber as a sleep. Niyamanaiva Akashe, taken into the space lifted. Uhyamanaiva Arnave, he is floating in the waters of the ocean. Parivrutta Kapup Chakraha, all the directions are rotating. Vasudha Bhutakantaraha, for him the Akasha like the Bhumi is like the Akasha. Then Marma Vyatha Vichuritaha, the Marma Vedana going on. Ghana Mechakita Ambaraha, the terrible cloudiness all over the sky. Then Gargara Kantatvam, Vairupyam, already 15, 20 things are told. Some more are said. In the same way, Rathe Durda, Vyakurvanniva Samsaram, Bandhavan, Asprushanniva. He wants to touch the family, they cannot be touched. He wants to tell them his dukkha, he cannot tell, they don't listen. Sometime when while living also, he gives all philosophical lectures of his own anubhutis, of what Papa he has done, what the result of what he is going through. मतलब अपने पोतों को बुला कर बैठा कर बेटा मैं ऐसा गंदा काम किया तू मत कर करके like your dada also did same thing. The child listen, he does it and he will tell his grandchild. That also is written there. Then Upadesha he gives to his children about what are the Dushkarma, Papa Karma he has done. Then Brahmita Kshepanena Iva. Terrible, yeah? Brahmita Kshepanena. There is a Kshepani which is घुमा के like the shot put throw होता है ना घूम के throw करना. In the same way, there is a Kshepani. Kshepani is that which is thrown. Kshepani is which throws. Like the rocket and satellite. A rocket takes the satellite, leaves it and comes. Missile launcher and missile. Missile goes, the launcher. The flight itself can be the bomb launcher. So in the same way, there are the kshepanis which घुमा के throw करते हैं क्षेपणम. So looks like he is in a mission. वो घुमा रही है, and it has button is stuck or pushed. He is thrown somewhere, fallen. A tree के ऊपर या नीचे. Those experiences. Then वात यंत्र इवा अस्थिता. है ना? By the Vata Yantra or Brahmita Yantra, he is घुमा के thrown here and there. That type of experience he gets. Then Brahmito va Brahma iva Krusto Rasanaya iva. Sometimes he is रस्सी से बांधकर इधर घुमा रहे हैं और एक जगह से दूसरे जगह पे खींच रहे हैं. Then Brahman niva jalavarte, in the water whirlpool में. Not the whirlwind, whirlpool में also is moving. Shastra yantra iva arpita. Sometimes the yantra में रखा हुआ शस्त्र की तरह. In this way, some 6, 7, 8 more are given. Prauhyamana trunamiva vahat parjanya marute. You know, by the winds and the rains, like a blade of grass, as it takes, as per its own choice to any place, कोई बिना टिकाने का like the rudderless ship or the driverless bus. How we travel, see the who the how that man, that jiva feels like that. And it is not new. Why? Because what we are living now, life at the level of mind is that only. That we don't feel because we are too identified with the body. But at the time of depth, the body detachment is happening. No. Now what is left is the jiva. The जीवा और अंतःकरण. सो इन अंतःकरण में सब हो रहे हैं ना ऑलरेडी, वही हमको याद आते हैं, उसमें वो प्रिडोमिनेंट होता है. Our दृष्टि will be predominant on that because body we are living. Actually we are going through that only in our mind, in the mental zone में, all what is described now, like that only living every moment, nothing new. But because of excessive dehatadhatmya, those things we are not able to see conspicuously. Time of death, detachment from body happens. Therefore, all these things are seen. Some more are there. Then 2-3 slokas only. Thereafter, Leela will ask some question. Madrasas will answer. So these are all called niyati. What is the niyati here? Being a murkha, not following shastra vidhi vidhana, living life of licentiousness, asajjana parayanata, such ones in this way at the time of death, after the death. What about the Yuktiman Purusha? What about the Dharana Yukta Purusha? Already told. ओम पूर्णमदः बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. धन्यवाद. इतना काफी है आज, बाकी कल देखना. ये सब याद करके रात भर. निचोड़ इज व्हाट? वैराग्य. निचोड़ इज लेट मी लिव नॉर्मल लाइफ फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स and committed, aggressive. Balance yourself, your day-to-day activities, health, outer responsibilities. जितना मिनिमम करके उसको ज्यादा साधना में टाइम दे दो, then the positive result of all this studying is achieved by us. इतना पढ़कर भी हमको साधना करने का शुरुआत नहीं करते, what is the use then? Okay, see you. Let us study Ramayana for some time.